Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm back again with that folio that we have been making. If you were, able to buy one of the physical kits, I was selling the physical kits with the idea to us all doing kind of the same project. So yeah, a beginner's kind of folio using, some of the elements from the physical kits. So this is mine so far, and yeah, we've just been kind of building the foundation of the folio so far. We haven't done any decorating or anything like that, so we're going to be doing that, coming on to doing that. We got as far as this last time, so this is obviously the inside. We haven't obviously touched the cover at all or anything like that yet. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I hadn't noticed, but my camera had run out of space, so it suddenly stopped recording. So I think, yeah, I'd got as far as kind of just going over what we had done so far. So when I left last time, we were going to kind of do something on this side, and we did say about possibly doing maybe a landscape pocket or some landscape pockets or something like that. So yeah, definitely would quite like to do that. So I'm just wondering whether I've got this bit of coffee dyed paper, whether I could just even utilize this in here. Yeah, I'm thinking kind of maybe utilize this. So let me just cut this down here. Okay. Like that. I'm just wondering whether I could have something up here as well. I don't know. So this, I'm thinking, fold in, like at either side, to obviously then accommodate the space here. So it would have to come in, on either side like that. Okay. Yeah, so that's how that would be. Like that. And I'm just wondering whether we could have another pocket as well. So if I just fold this, so it would slot sort of inside that. So we'd have that one. And this one. Oops. Oh my goodness. Talk about the world's worst folding going on here today. I don't know what's going on with this. But never mind. Right, does that fit in there? That's the key thing that we were hoping for. So yeah, as long as it fits, that's the main thing. Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking we could have those like that in there. And then, yeah, just trim it down the bottom. And then we could obviously have either some of the background papers, which, could have like this here. Or even, let's just see, hold on. This here, covering that. And maybe a car image or something down here. Yeah, I think that would look really nice. So I'm going to just cover this on here. So I'll just quickly take that down. Oops. I think it's about to pour down with rain, It's just got that look of rain out there. Oops. Like that, okay. So that will be on here. Let's just quickly glue that down. Okay. Like that. Okie dokie. Oops. So, and I'm just leaving that border. I mean, I just think that looks quite pretty, but, yeah, I realise perhaps that's not everybody's cup of tea, but yeah, I quite like those little borders. I think they look quite pretty. when you have like the edge bit. Oh, there it is. I was looking around for my glue spread. I couldn't find it anywhere. There it was. Right, okay. And then this one, I'll just put here, like that. Okay. So take that one down like that. Okie dokie. So we'll just trim that down. Right, now I do need to cut this down because this is not straight at all, so I'm not saying I'm necessarily going to make it a lot straighter now, but hopefully a little bit straighter than it was. Let's just see. Might have even made it worse. Yeah, I might have actually made it worse, to be honest. Okay, so that's not too bad. Right, so then this one, yeah, just pop that like that and just take that down there. Like that. Okay. So like I say, I might have one of the core images over this, you know, I don't know, but let's just put this down as a sort of base. So yeah, all I've done is taken, you know, if you're following along with this and you're making one of these with me, all I've done is taken, again, that same bit of sort of coffee dyed card that we took yesterday. So when I say card, I think it's about 250 GSM. So, you know, it's substantially thicker than paper. And then all I did was cut it down so as it fitted basically into this space on this, you know, this front pocket flap type area. And then I've obviously cut down, or, you know, folded in the sides so as the pocket will be roomier. And then exactly the same with the smaller one. So that smaller one is obviously fractionally smaller than the big one, so as it slots into there. And then they then can both glue onto this front section. So I'm going to have that tucked in slightly more like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just literally, actually I just probably want to take that down a bit more, do I? Oh, it probably doesn't really matter, to be honest. Actually, let me just think, hang on. Yeah, right, so I'm going to glue now these little flaps from the smaller pocket onto the bigger pocket, if that makes sense, so that they're then attached and they've become then one pocket effectively. So that one and that one. Okay, so in like that. Sorry, glue now coming off everywhere. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut this one down here because it's pretty huge, like that. Okay, because obviously we don't need those flaps to be that big. And then I'm going to mitre these corners just so that they're not kind of going to show at all. I mean, you know, they might not show anyway, but it's kind of good practice, I suppose, to just do that, to get into the habit of doing that, which, you know, I often forget. But yeah, if I do remember, then I always feel like that's a good thing to do, because of course then, you know, you are just eliminating seeing them hooked over. So like that. Okay, so that then is going to glue in here like that. Now I just need to check that this is all going to fit when it folds, because oh, when it's not, what an idiot. Right, okay, so I just need to fold this in slightly more. Oh, could have done with fathoming that out a little bit sooner, but never mind. Right, so I've just moved that over a fraction like that. Okay. I mean, if this still doesn't work, I might have to cut the flaps off and have it as, you know, flatter pockets, but we shall see. So that's going to go like that. Okay, so that's just a little bit better now. I might just do it this side as well, because I've just suddenly thought when those pockets are stuffed, you know, I don't want it compromising where it folds. So I'm just literally, you know, this is like a fraction of a millimetre that it's coming over. So just, yeah, fraction of a millimetre over like that. Okay. So squish those down. I'm just using my nails. Yep, no wonder I have no nails. So like that. Okay, now that's got, you know, more room now to actually fit into that space. So yeah, a lot better. Now I'm going to obviously glue this down. So again, just going to take my 3-in-1. Now I would intentionally use the 3-in-1 here unless I was going to, you know, spend a little bit of time pressing this down. Only because this is thickish card now, you know, and it's got obviously those papers, it's glued together. And I just want to make sure that it's going to stick down properly and quickly. So I feel like the tacky glue, you know, it would stick it down with no problem, but I would have to press it for a little, you know, a little while, a few minutes, just to get it to hold. Now, again, I've not stuck this flap here down because now that's got the full length of that pocket. I hope this is making sense. But if I put this on here, like that, right, now I'm going to press it down and then I'm going to just check that it all does fold nicely. So yeah, it's all folding problem free so far anyway. Obviously it might not by the end, but it is so far. So pressing that down, okay, now I'm, you know, confident it's where it is. So it's only glued down on this bottom and on the side flaps. This pocket here has not got a glue line going in the middle. That way, if I show you, you can get an entire depth piece of paper down there. You know, that piece of paper fits right down to the bottom. Whereas if I had glued this pocket about here, I would only be able to get something in that's that tall. So, you know, it's just little things like that that kind of make it then, you know, quite good for when you're filling your pockets, basically. So that is that. Now, let's just press that down there. Okay, moving over. So now we just want to do something on this side. So again, haven't quite decided what to put on this side. Might just close this and actually just rest my iPad on there. Just so that's, oh, it's got a magnetic closure. So could you see my scissors were obviously attached to it. Just so that that's, yeah, continuing to glue whilst it's, you know, whilst we're working on this side. So I haven't decided yet what to do on this side. I mean, obviously we'd kind of tentatively made this pocket earlier, so we could use that. Or we could do a couple of, you know, landscape type pockets, landscape direction pockets. Maybe even just using, you know, the decorative papers like that. Or could have a pocket, I guess, from this way. I feel like it should be from this side, really. Just having a quick think. Actually, unless we have something folding down on this side, because we haven't got anything really folding down so far. So I'm just thinking a fold down might be nice. So I'm going to grab another piece of coffee dyed paper. Again, when I say paper, I'm meaning thicker than paper. So again, this is, you know, 250 GSM. So, you know, it's quite robust. But I'm thinking have this as like a fold down. So probably have it folded in here. Not folded, you know, I'm going to cut it, but just unfolding it in to gauge where my fold line's going, or where my cut needs to be. So I'm just going to squish that down again with my nails. No, I know, just terrible to not have good nails, but never mind. Right, let's just now fold this down, tear this away, like that. Okay, so then I'm thinking make a little fold down like that. And just have that attached where that's going to fold down. So loving how that looks, absolutely love that. And then maybe even have like a belly band in this middle section. What do we think? Or we could have, could be folded from over the page, to be honest. Yeah, something like that. And then this would be a belly band in the middle. What do we think? I mean, I would prefer that belly band being the full height of the page, it's got to be said. So, oh, do you know, my postman, you know, I mean, I'm not saying it's the postman, but yeah, either the postman or the HP, I've still not got more ink. So I've still not been able to print more of the papers, which is so frustrating because obviously I would actually do this. Well, I guess I could do this anyway. Oh. Again, I was trying to hoard this. I mean, what's wrong with me? I can just print more, can't I? Like, what's wrong with me? I'm trying to hoard it because I loved this image. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, okay. So let's just take this down like so as we get it the right height. So it needs to be, yeah, folded up here. Okay. Right. Squish that. Squish it there. Okay, turn this one down. Okay, right, so it's going to come in here and then I'm thinking, yeah, okay. And then we just fold it in here as well, like that. Okay, right. So that then fits there, and then this is going to be a flap. Love how that looks. So just to recap, all we did, we took one of the sheets of the background papers, it's, you know, lengthways, folded it down, obviously cut it to the size roughly of the folio. I'm just going to trim that off where I've got that tatty edge. And then again, I've just folded it kind of into thirds. Now, obviously it's not really in thirds. One of those, you know, folds was smaller than the other, but that's all fine. That does not matter. So I'm just going to glue this in. Now, again, just using my Fabri-Tac because that's kind of like what's laying around to hand. So I'm just going to glue this down. Okay. Like that. Squish that down. Okay. Right. Okie dokie. And then just going to do the other bit. So I'm just going to move this out of the way so I don't glue all over there. So again, just put some glue down kind of at that top edge, down the side, down the bottom. Okay. So plenty of glue. Glue that down. Oh, press that down. Sorry, not glue it. We did glue it. Right, so squish that together. Now, again, like I did with the other bits, I'm just going to take this to the sewing machine and I'm just going to stitch around the edge. That's an optional part. If you haven't got a sewing machine, you do not need to do that. It's not going to be, you know, it's making no difference. It's just an aesthetics thing. Does not have to be stitched down at all. I'm just going to check how this bit's gluing down. Yeah, so that's all nicely glued down now, so I don't need to be worrying about, you know, keeping that weighted down. So I will be back in a minute. Hold on. Okay, I'm back from the sewing machine, so that literally took like 2 seconds. I've just gone round the edge with a straight stitch, nothing complicated, you know. Oh, I don't do complicated, so yeah, nothing complicated whatsoever. Now we're going to have this hanging, glued down, or yeah, whatever, folding up at the bottom, just because I think that makes it, you know, gives it a bit of interest. So like I say, this is just a piece of coffee dyed paper, but it's thicker, so it's 250 kind of GSM. So, you know, anything sturdy-ish that you've got, you can use to kind of attach there, you know, if you want to. So I may glue that on here, on the outside edge, if that makes sense. So I'm going to glue that. Do I want to glue it first or after? I mean, it probably doesn't really make any difference. So let's just quickly glue that down first. Okay. Okie dokie. Right, so that is going to be glued just here, like that. So it's kind of butted up right against the edge. You know, it's not kind of overhanging by miles or anything like that. It's nice and snug here with that fold line. So that is then like that. Love how that is. And then this is going to go here as a belly band, so running straight through the middle. And again, just going to glue that with the 3-in-1. Like I say, you know, use the 3-in-1 perhaps when there's stitching, you know, or, you know, just, it's kind of like requires a bit less pressing down, I think, than the Anita's tacky glue. So, okay, so that's there. I hope I've got that more or less straight. Okay. Oh my goodness, I am so loving this folio so far. Right, really, 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 really nice. So that's going to go up like that. Okay, just pressing this down, making sure it's squished. Oops, squished down properly. Okay. Yeah. Right. So that is literally our whole foundation of our folio done now. We've got, yeah, if we kind of do it in order. So it's going to close like this and like this. So this is our front. When you open it, you've got your envelope opens here. So you've got obviously your pocket here. You've got a big pocket here in the front, which I've now glued down. There you go, a massive pocket there. Open this, you've got a pocket here and a pocket here. Then open the other side, you've got obviously a pocket here, which again, you know, we may close this up when it comes to kind of doing the journal or the folio if it gets too bulky, because obviously this is going to go here and this has got to close around it. So if it bulks out too much like that, it may come to the point it compromises it, in which case we can close this down. But at the moment, it's an open pocket. Okay, so then you've got your envelope here and here, obviously pocket there, and then you've got your pocket here, and then you've got a bigger pocket here with obviously a little flap journaling space there. So a pocket there and a pocket there, obviously your envelope, close them. And now this section that we've just done, you've got a fold down flap, and then you've got obviously a big belly band here like that. So lots and lots of interest going on, and you know, lots of flaps and folds and what have you, and super easy. I mean, to be honest, that was just, you know, took no time really to do, and yeah, came together very, very easily. So yeah, I hope that you've found it straightforward and easy to follow. If you've bought the physical kit, you know, I hope that you've managed to follow along fine with creating your folio. So what we'll do, we will leave it there today, and then we will come back in the next video and we will start decorating up some of the pockets and things like that. I literally cannot wait to start adding some of my images and things. So obviously, like I say, and I did mention this obviously in the video where I did the showcase of the, you know, the kit, all of the Ladybird books are different, and I do just want to keep reiterating this because, you know, anyone who hadn't seen it, and perhaps there's still some left, and you went over to buy one, you will not be getting the, you know, this Motorcar Ladybird book. Everyone's Ladybird book is going to be an individual different book. But, you know, hopefully you will get a book that, you know, is lovely and lots of lovely images that you will definitely be able to work with. So, yeah, hope that you like it. And, yeah, I will see you tomorrow to start decorating and filling it. So I cannot wait for that. So I hope you're going to join me, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.